It seems the world of late is a flurry of royal news, and I'm glad to say the virtual world is following suit. What's it like to be royal? We find out in Reigns Her Majesty. The game follows up from the original Reigns, but now has you as the queen. It's also got a feminist slant to it, although I thought it was more of the humorous kind rather than the bra-burning variety. As the queen, you're presented with a constant stream of people with requests. It's your job to keep the kingdom as a whole satisfied by choosing one of two preordained responses. To do this, you flick left or right depending on the response you want to give. Simple, right? Wrong! I found this out the hard way, prematurely ending the reign of many an early queen with my careless swiping. You see, it's all about balance. The length of your reign depends on keeping four factions: church, people, military, and treasury in your kingdom content. Not happy, not angry, just nicely in the middle. Tilt your response card left or right and you can see which factions your decision will affect. The problem is, you don't know if it's positive or negative until you make the decision. This requires you to try and read more into what your subject is asking for. I only started to gel with this concept after killing about 24 queens. I like to think of myself as a slow but steady learner. Even after understanding this though, I still had problems. Quite often I'd swipe confidently only to see a faction go quite opposite to what I thought made sense. Either that or there would be an effect on a faction that didn't seem at all related to the issue at hand. I think I'm missing something or the game is being deliberately ambiguous, but I'm happy to take the blame for this one because, quite honestly, it could just be me. And even if it isn't, there are so many more layers to love about this game. In fact, by the time I'd killed off 24 queens, I'd begun to appreciate how much deeper Her Majesty is. I'd find myself caught between balancing the factions and wanting to know more about certain characters. I dismissed would-be lovers and juicy secrets for the sake of trying to survive. And then there's also quests. Being able to weasel your way to finish one of these quests not only rewards you with very satisfying animations, it's also necessary to further the story along. One of the best things though is that the ending of a reign doesn't mean restarting the whole game. This is because your character isn't limited to a single queen. Instead, the game has you in a sort of out-of-body experience, looking down on each reign as the years pass by. There are the mini-dramas of life at court, but there's also a bigger story that unfolds as each queen gives way to another. It's this duality that gives Her Majesty its richness. There's also an inventory system. I mean, what's a queen without her bling, right? You get items from finishing quests, and dragging one of these items over a supplicant can mean giving you a third response option. Not all the time though, and if used incorrectly, the king appears telling you not to fling things around needlessly. So I found that playing the queen didn't mean playing her the way I wanted to. I found myself going against my instincts just to satisfy so-and-so or accomplish some task at hand. Sounds like a political game, right? For a game where you're the monarch, I think it's pretty fitting. I'm Di, and this has been a review for Pretty Much Geeks. For the full review, please check out our website.